Over a year ago, I made a video about the connections from Midnight in 2008 to the Giggle in 2023, with the Galvanic Beam the unit had, galvanic being the radiation that came from an X-Tonic star, also called X-Tonic radiation. Fast forward 17 months, and now we have the episode The Well. Spoilers for if you haven't watched it still, but it's set on the planet Midnight, or as it's now known, Planet 6767. Set 400,000 years after the events of Midnight, the Leisure Palace is now shut down after the events of the Crusader Tour incident, with the Midnight entity and the planet being left alone. That was until the X-Tonic star collapsed, turning itself into a grey star. What followed was wars and mining, which affected the planet, leaving it stripped of its diamond layer. This probably happened on many other planets surrounding the X-Tonic star, but we don't know that for sure. Despite the planet eventually being mined of all of its diamonds, there were still miners active on the planet looking for resources, being set up on Colony Base 15. This is where they would dig a well through the planet which re-releases the entity, which has now evolved, setting up the plot for the well. Now, I'm not here to talk about the diamonds or the planet Midnight exactly. I am actually here to talk about how UNIT got galvanic radiation to power the beam in the first place. I believe the answer to this is in the episode itself. As the episode starts to come to a close, Mo is giving a debrief to her boss, who is revealed to be none other than Mrs. Flood. Mrs. Flood uses the opportunity to learn if the Doctor is using a Vindicator, otherwise known as a Vortex Indicator. I believe that her role with the mining organisation is the reason the unit acquired some in the first place. Whilst I don't think that she personally handed UNIT a secure container filled with galvanic radiation, I do think that she must have had some role in UNIT acquiring it. We know Mrs. Flood is active on Earth as early as the church on Ruby Road, and it doesn't seem like she's recently moved in, meaning that she could have also been there before the events of the 60th anniversaries. Now, if we delve further into her, we could say that the Mrs. Flood that we meet in The Well is actually the earliest we have met her so far. We could say that after the events of The Well, she decides to travel to Earth 2023 and set up base on Earth, taking with her some stored galvanic radiation that had been acquired from her time at the mining organisation that she was part of. She clearly has knowledge of the Pantheon of Gods from what we've seen so far, so perhaps as she knew in 2023, one of the members of the Pantheon would be around UNIT facing off against the Doctor, perhaps even having knowledge that the Doctor would be wounded and regenerated during the confrontation. So when arriving on Earth in 2023, or perhaps even earlier to build her cover, I imagine she'd want to stay hidden away from UNIT or any other organisations that may be around at the time. So she could have stashed galvanic radiation for either UNIT to detect, or had a third party deliver it, who I have a theory that the Vlinks could easily be working for Mrs. Flood. I really don't trust the Vlinks. I mean, it's not a stretch to assume this could be true, especially considering by the end of Empire of Death in 2024, she was breaking the fourth wall to tell us what will happen to the Doctor.
I'm sorry to say his story ends in absolute terror. Night night.
Whilst this could also just be her informing the viewers that she'll be the one to cause the absolute terror, I'm choosing to believe that she actually knows what's coming for him. Do you have any other theories on how UNIT gained access to her? If you do, please leave a comment below for me to read. I'm interested in seeing what you guys all think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.